as for right now, losers finals is beginning. Everything is on the line here. You lose this, you're out of the tournament. You win, and then you get in to that $2,000 Kung Fu Cup. So, who is going to come out on top? We're going to find out this game 1 here on Turf's Edge.
Yeah, and I love the aggressiveness coming out here from MisterMan. Immediately going into the red team, try to create some stage control and make it more comfortable for pici on the other side of the stage.
The scramble, the most scramble situation we've seen tonight is all 4 players trying to come out on top. Red team does get more damage, but it doesn't matter if you're near the top against Shaggy. That's Shoryu closing the first stock here from blue side, trying to get another, but gets a little bit too greedy, going directly into the rocket.
Yeah, I definitely need to be careful there. Luck able to get the rocket set up over on the right side of the stage. And now MisterMan trying to figure out their opening here on the Shaggy. But also having to work around the flurry of hitboxes from both members of Red. Look at that combo from the up air into the up air from NoCash and Luck.
No fear to be had on either side, but maybe you got to be a little bit more cautious. Look at how insane they're going off stage right now. And sure, there's a lot of damage on the Velma, but that's a fresh Shaggy stock. Got a lot to work with, and Velma is still not dead yet.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Velma stays alive, man. And she really shouldn't, but she does. She is up there and always living. And I love how pici has this mentality, kind of able to sit back, able to support their team, use their projectiles, go in. Look at the up airs and the exchanges that pici is able to find. Definitely more of an aggressive Velma player, and it's working out to their benefit as of right now.
Oh, a little bit of rollback, but we're back in the action. That rocket, not enough. Velma at 140, still surviving that. Finally, this stock disappears, but now you have an entire another one to work with. All your cooldowns refreshed.
Oh, but there goes another kill coming in on for blue. Match point for them and for red. Right now, though, NoCash. Yeah, NoCash sitting at 113. This is not good on the Arya, being one of the lighter characters in the game, trying to weasel their way out of a dangerous situation. Don't go into the front. And there's the up air coming out there from Mr. Pici. Team taking game 1.
And, like, you have one job if you're NoCash at that point. It's to stay alive, but they had that itch. They're like, all right, I got to smack him. I got to go in right now. And especially as Arya, any sort of hit there will kill you.
Yeah, definitely need to be able to hang back and play a little bit more safe there, especially since you have bugs. I feel as though they could have just sat back and let Luck set up some of their projectiles, use their rocket, use their pies to protect their teammate there. But instead, NoCash having that itch to go in and unfortunately paying the ultimate price.
What an upset this would be. Like, this would be ridiculous. Let's see, in winner side, I'm looking back on who they lost to. They actually lost to Luck and NoCash on the winner side. 2-0.
Wow.
And so they come from losers 1-2. Going over to top 8 side. 3, 4, 5 sets in losers. They get the run back, and now they're up a game.
Dude, this would be an incredible Cinderella story, to say the least. If pici and MisterMan were to take this set over NoCash and Luck, this would be huge, and it would also solidify them a spot in the next tournament. So definitely going to be able to win this.
And we're going to be loading in very shortly. Just finalizing perk selection right now.
All right.
Bugs having a good time. God,
Yeah,
I saw the Rain Dog one initially when I first played this game in the alpha, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why is that? Who approved this? Who signed off on this, got through the modeling stage, and they're like, yep, this is going in the game.
Yeah, man, they love their taunts, they love their dances. I love how expressive the characters are, man. But speaking of expression, here we go again with MisterMan just flying in there into the fray. No fear on the Shaggy, and putting on some good damage onto the lightest character in the game, being NoCash. That seems to be a little bit of a strategy here, Blue. Be able to stack up damage with that Arya and potentially look for early KOs on her.
And, like, that's been the story of that first game. Is like, it doesn't matter how far behind you are, everyone just goes in. Every single time. Like, these two teams both have the idea of, like, we're gonna better player you. We're gonna out-button you here. And good work on this side there. Red team getting the first KO. That setup from NoCash into the follow-up from Luck.
Yeah, that is the follow-up that you want exactly. Velma being one of the characters that I would say if there's any weakness she has, it is her recovery and being able to get back to the stage. And Red Team able to fully exploit that. And that is a target you want to be getting early KOs on, is Velma. A character who can be very shifty at times and just sits back out of the mix. Putting her in the mix makes it uncomfortable for her and easy for you to get KOs.
And like, the one thing that we have seen from that blue team in the last game is that they found a lot of early KOs off the top with, with the Shoryus, Velma checking out the light bulb, and we're seeing a bit more patient play on the red side. They're not willing to kind of go up there and contest the time. More than happy to just hold stage, wait for the landing, and in doing so, finding the openings themselves.
Come on, man. No fair.
Yeah, right now we see team, unfortunately, we saw MisterMan dying right there for blue, and we also see right now that Pici is at a very high percentage. If Red Team is able to find this KO, this could be the comeback that NoCash and Luck need. But there goes a kill off the top from Pici.
This isn't the end for me.
Still, like, they're chilling. At this point, safe too. You always gotta look out for that. Your heart stops. The Dynamite actually going all the way back on stage, setting up for a potential KO here. They need to find the downer. The pie into the dare. Beautiful setup to catch the air dodge there from Luck. And you have a Shaggy 120. Does actually get the counter KO himself.
Of course you realize this means war.
Yeah,
Anyone's game.
Yeah, look at all the defense that were stacked onto Arya there as well. Immediately looking for that target selection. Right now, MisterMan trying to stay alive at 140%. If Blue Team wants to be able to get in this, they have to find this KO onto Arya here. Right now, Arya sitting at 87%. MisterMan also trying to stay alive.
I mean, there's Arya, you can look out for the easy one, but if Bugs goes up there, a Shoryu will do it. Like we saw that before, almost getting the KO already. Oh, and you see, he's trying to armor through the dagger throw, but in his fixation, in his tunnel vision, does not notice the rocket coming down directly on top of him.
Yeah, definitely need to be careful of that. You definitely don't want to have that tunnel vision and kind of only look for one option. Always keep your eyes open. And their eyes were not open, and unfortunately falling into the rocket of Luck. Luck and NoCash taking that game and making this set 1-1.
They actually, I think earlier on, they were about to die from the dagger setup, and then they did get the armor, so they're like, oh, well, this will work now, this will work now. And so that's all they were thinking about as soon as they got stuck. But yeah, it's hard to keep your attention on everything happening in this game. Like, top players who can keep track, what they're doing, what their teammates doing, what both of their enemies are doing at the same time and pick the correct option, just blow my mind.
Oh yeah, because there is a lot happening sometimes. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard, man. It is hard. There's decently a lot of things happening, and sometimes it can be hard to keep track of that. Visual cues and audio cues do help to only some extent. Definitely need to be able to keep some of that stuff in the back of your mind, and players who are able to do that definitely have an advantage in a game like Multiverses.
I think something that's really interesting, especially when going from online to offline in this game, is especially in pools for offline, you don't tend to actually have audio in a lot of the setups. Like you're just sitting there. I think you can bring your own earbuds and stuff like that, but for a lot of them, they don't actually supply like headphones for you. So a lot of those audio cues are actually missed out on. Also, you can see your opponent's cooldowns, so that changes everything as well.
Oh yeah. Seeing your opponent's cooldowns definitely does help, and I feel like it's something that maybe should be made universal in terms of Multiverses for online, seeing opponents' cooldowns, because it can definitely help out. Because I know, of course, top players, obviously, who play this game a ton, they keep track of cooldowns. They know exactly how long they are offline, but that is definitely something that can help you out a ton if you know that, but maybe something that could be possibly made universal and
yeah, one way or the other. Like you can either make it so online you can see the cooldowns, or they get like 2 computers set up for offline. And I think once offline gets developed more, like once the actual game mode itself is better fleshed out, they'll have setups where you can't see your opponent's cooldowns. I'm assuming that's how things will go in the future. But as of right now, we got what we got, and we have a game 3 that we're loading into right here.
Alrighty, here we go. Getting into this game 3 scenario. It is 1-1 between MisterMan and Pici. NoCash and Luck on Arya.
And I mean, a lot of whips at the start, but you can tell they want to get that early lead. Both teams. We've seen this every single game so far. It doesn't matter if they lost the last interaction. It doesn't matter if they lost the last opening. They want the early lead. And currently, blue side coming out ahead.
Yeah, pulling out ahead indeed. Right now, we were saying earlier, stacking a ton of damage onto that Arya. We see NoCash sitting at 98% right here, trying to find their opening with the dagger, has that rage, has the trophy thing set up. Unfortunately, falling victim to a Shoryu and an up air coming out there from PG. That's a lot of knockback, and a lot of characters cannot handle all of that damage.
Set up off the side from Arya as well. Like, someone got hit by a rocket in that whole exchange, and somehow the enemy team died when they were both at that high percent. Like, there's so many things stacked on top of each other from both sides here. But yeah, even after that start, red side actually being the one to finally find some opening, capitalize on those opportunities to the most that they can.
Oh yeah, red team right now playing a very good job of just completely isolating the stage. We see that a lot of members of blue were just stuck on the right side there, trying to be able to get back into the middle, trying to gain that stage control, but unfortunately for them, red completely sealing it off.
And like right now, you see 2 lit up red members, and it's like, oh, well, you know, they can get these 2 stocks easy. But even then, like, you need 3. If you're on blue, you need to get through both of these and find another opening, and they can't even get 1.
Yeah, NoCash right there, getting the exchange off of the top with the up special into up air. Great performance there from NoCash. I really love how they were just playing aggressive there. And also, we saw some really good dagger extensions. I saw some situations where we saw combos of a dagger. It was a dagger into a jab 1 into up special, looking for good reads, looking for their awareness plays with Luck. Luck be able to set up a rocket in some situations, and then we saw NoCash there to follow up. And we even saw a situation all stage where we saw NoCash teleport to their dagger in a situation where Pichi was able to air dodge out, read the air dodge, and then go for a forward air. Absolutely insane play there from NoCash, allowing them to have this 2-1 lead.
We have the 4th and potentially final game. Looking like Trophy's edge here. I'm not expecting a character swap to happen at this point. Even though we do see the Wonder Woman hover there. Again, it's probably, I'm assuming, just that initial hover that you get whenever you load in.
It could be. It could be a little, you know, buffoonery, but who knows? Who knows?
You get some wild stuff with that hover. I swear it's just random every time.
Yeah, I think it's random.
Hey, what if you played this character? It's like it's giving you a suggestion each time.
Mm-hmm. I think there is a thing in Multiverse that says like recommended or something like that. That like recommends characters or whatever.
Yeah. So there's simple characters that have the recommended tag, and then there's harder characters that have the expert tag.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I thought that was like a thing that like the game like every once in a while was just like, hey, this is a character you should play. Recommend here. Take this.
Oh no, nothing like that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if the game had like an out. Can you imagine like we get to a point where like fighting games like know your play style so much that they like recommend a character to you? That'd be hilarious.
Machine learning has come too far.
Dude, I hope I live to see that day.
Oh, I hope this
Statistically analyzed to show how trash you are at the game. You need to pick this character.
Oh man, yeah. Then they would all just tell us to play Iron Giant. You know?
Yeah, but game 4. I mean, what? 10 seconds in, both teams already, 50 plus on 3 characters in this match so far.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely scrapping right now. Both members of blue sitting around those 70 to 80% right now. And red team, I think, is doing a great job of just staying aggressive and completely denying stage control from blue. That was the big thing we saw in previous games where blue was having a little bit more momentum or was able to win, is that blue was controlling a lot of the stage, but now red is doing a great job with that. Projectile management coming out here from Luck on bugs. We also see NoCash just going in and completely making it difficult for Peach to have any space.
And yeah, I will say, like, to their credit, Blue's doing a very good job of getting out of the Arya combos, but like, when you have a character like Bugs who can just follow up so well regardless, like, It's brutal. You feel like you finally found the counterplay, and then there's just an entire another set of options that you have to worry about.
You definitely need to just watch out for some of those options for Bugs, because Bugs is one of those characters, even though he's labeled as a mage, can definitely do some bruiser type combos. But right now, Blue able to find the 2 KOs and spin up the ring outs. MisterMan sitting at around 100 though.
Yeah, like, he needs to hang on as long as he can. Like, Shaggy as a character can find these high damaging combos, but like, if you go fishing for them right now, you put your team in such a deficit.
Yeah. Right now, definitely needs to be careful. There's another exchange. That's literally the same setup we saw from NoCash earlier. Teleporting to the dagger, able to find the forward air this time, expecting their opponent to not go for the air dodge, because that was the same thing we saw last. Getting the KOs, getting the cleanup. Red team taking this set. NoCash in luck. Moving on to grand finals.
And again, moving on to the KungFu Cup. Like, they have qualified. They have it in the bag at this point. There is nothing else, nothing else to be done except to have a fun grand finals on it.